I know it's not related to Mob Psycho too much, but come on, tell me this shirt's not fire. Tell me the shirt's not lit. Eraserhead's looking dope. Come on, I just got this. What's up, Dapper Squad? It's your boy Darius, back at it again with another episode of Mob Psycho. I don't want to say typical Mob Psycho, but we're typical Mob Psycho fashion in terms of we haven't gotten to like the deep, super powerful complexities of the story, which I know it's gonna go to because I'm super behind on the show. But right now, we're definitely getting some character development and character arcs for the way our characters act and the way they see themselves and the relationships around themselves and how they should be portraying themselves. And so I'm appreciating it a lot in that aspect. Sorry if the lighting's weird, guys. I was literally messing with the lighting for like 10 minutes just because like right now the sun, it's cold in here. So like I have the window partially closed, mostly closed, but the sun is so bright. Like I'm kind of thinking about putting these blinds down, but natural light is really good because I only have light coming from this side. You know, it's just really hard to light up this room. Just know that, guys. But real quick before we get into this episode, because I am super excited to see what happens with Johto and Reagan, how he has him like trapped on TV and what's he gonna do. This should be fun. Episode's called Cornered. Makes me think something's gonna happen. I don't know. But and I've heard episode 7's pretty hype. I don't know yet though. I wanted to say real quick, on the Discord, guys, I revamped it a little bit, made it a little aesthetically pleasing to the eyes when you go in there, you know, in terms of icons per category. But I also added a show Q&A section and a kind of a Q&A guidelines or rules in case you guys are wondering what that's about. But if you guys want to join the Discord and kind of pop in there, it's pretty much a place where you can ask me a question pertaining to the channel, pertaining to an episode, pertaining to just a show in general. Any kind of question. What's your favorite, you know, waifu? What did you think of this power? What did you think of the way this was portrayed? You know, any kind of question you'd like. You can ask me. It's going to be in there. There's a couple of guidelines to go by, but it's going to be a great place for me to not only extend the length of my videos to help me win these copyright strikes, because some of you guys may not know this. The longer my footage is comparative to my review and narrative and discussion afterwards, it really helps me say that it's fair use and it's legal and stuff like that. But my only issue is a lot of the times when I'm discussing or talking about my favorite parts of the anime or the show, that's usually by myself. So I kind of talk about it and there's no back and forth at all. With this, I can get some of you guys' thoughts and then I can give my perspective, and it's just a good way to extend it while also communicating with you guys. Or also, if you guys have it, I don't check comments ever because like I've gotten spoiled too many times. So if there is anything you want me to know or anything you want me to answer or anything like that, ask me in there or on Discord or on just tweet or DM me on Twitter, DM me on Discord, anything like that. If you guys want to, you know, I'm just saying, I just don't read comments. I'll occasionally read comments if I have some moderators go through it, but very rarely. Enough with that rant. I'm going to be saying that spiel kind of in every video just so I get people aware of what's going on. Make sure you guys join the Discord. It's really friendly. All the people are always chill and just talking about games and anime and stuff like that. My headset just turned off because I haven't been doing anything for a minute. But let's get right into this anime, guys. Mob Psycho episode 7. Alright. Johto! Spooky. We have him securely bound? I wonder if this is fake or real. Go to Reagan Sensei. Okay. I see what he's doing here, trying to expose him as a fraud with those fucking eyes. Jesus. He's trying to do the friendly thing. Come on. He thinks it's all faked. He thinks it's fake, so he'll go along with the script, and then he'll just end at the end. But we know Johto, even though being very small, has some power, so I think this is real. That's what I'm worried about. I don't know. He's gonna do his normal salt shit. Out of nowhere. He needs to be struggling in agony.
レーゲン君30分もお疲れさん。
作詞家じじい。それではジョーノ先生お願いします。俺の見せ場が。
いやー除霊も何もこの子取りつかれてないよね。演技じゃん。
How are we gonna play this?
いやいやじいさん空気読めよ。
That was their play the whole time.
まさに本物の霊能力の存在が今ここに証明されました。
さっきの除霊行為が何だったのか、そこの方にお聞きしたいですね。いるはずのない霊に向かって何をされてたんですか。
レーゲン先生、それは視聴者も気になってると思います。
That's like a yikes, you know?
霊感が終わりでな。
まあまあこれが彼の仕事のスタイルということ。
Jesus.
怪奇探偵。見た見た笑った。
Oh.
公開処刑って感じ。超ウケるよなレイゲン。
He has a salt gift dance.
あの人が詐欺師なわけないだろ。
レーゲンさん、何か秘策があるのかな。
Everyone knows.
しかし悪徳霊媒師、その悪評は各メディアに尾ひれをつけて
Those are all just memes of all our social medias nowadays.
醜悪な霊言像はほぼ完成していた。
バカな、こんなの真実じゃねえ。よくもこんなデタラメな設定。
Jeez, I feel bad for him.
証人になってくれ。
These guys who are not even really his friends. They're not gonna do anything for you.
どうしたどうした。は？
出て行ってちょうだい。私たちはもう騙されないから。
おいおい、冗談はよせよ。
どうせ私たちのこといいかもだと思ってたんでしょ。
Everyone's turning on him.
手には乗らないぞ。
これ待ち伏せしてんのか。
Oh no.
レーゲンあなたかだ。
The paparazzi, no.
これは何だったんですか。あなたには説明責任があると思いませんか。会見を開く考えは。
は？会見って。
霊感商法詐欺疑惑で注目を集めているレイゲン・アラタカ氏が明日記者会見を開く意向を示しました。過去の業務内容が違法に当たるかどうか、実際に霊感を持っているかどうかなどが焦点になると思われます。
来た。
レーゲン氏が現れました。
眩しい。やべえ。
あなたの詐欺行為についていくつかお聞きしたいのですが。
ちょっと待てよ。詐欺って俺の商売の話か。俺に霊能力がないことを証明できる人間がここにいるのかよ。もしくは詐欺行為を証明できる被害者は。
では質問です。
どうぞ。
あなたには霊能力がありますか。
ノーコメントでお願いし
Actually,
ます。
okay.
なぜ答えないんですか。
ないって返事でしか解決
You won't be sad. Oh, that is
霊
true.
感がないあなたたちにはあることを証明できる。
Damn.
この場をへりくつで乗り切るおつもりですか。で学生時代の情報が流出していますが、
どうでもいい。
卒業文集では将来についてこう書いてあります。何かになりたい。
I want to be somebody.
なぜ霊感商法に手を染めたのですか。
I met a young boy.
なぜって。
レーゲンさん。
No,
顔
that's
色
not
が
it.
悪いな。これ以上
Mob came to him after that.
いいね。言葉に詰まっ
No, he's just thinking, Jodo. He's gonna school you guys. Watch.
全くない。
ありがとうございました。
あんなに体が重かったのに。
退屈だな。このままじゃマッサージ師と変わらねえ。
Man, the animation's incredible. Extra detailed in this episode. It's incredible.
探偵とか面白そうだけど、浮気調査がほとんどだって聞く限り微妙かもね。
Personal investigator, yeah. Oh, this is where he met Mob. So he was gonna quit, you know?
はいはい。
Yep.
なんでしょうってガキかよ。
And then he saw the actual psychic powers. What do you want, boy?
あ、何にせよ冷やかしじゃなく真剣に悩んでるようだな。
You could tell Mob's genuine.
まあ入れよ。
Maybe he doesn't have ill intent. Maybe it's just an overactive imagination until he sees the powers.
なんだこいつ。希望に満ちた目で見てくる。重症だこりゃ。稀にいるファンタジー世界の住人だな。いいか。超能力を持ってるからといって、一人の人間であることに変わりはない。足が速い、勉強ができる、体臭が強いなどと一緒で、超能力も単なる特徴の一つに過ぎない。いいやつになれ。以上。
また相談に来てもいいですか？
どうかな。俺も忙しいからな。とにかく今日は帰りにする。おい、やけどに。
Oh, that animation still looks just as good as it did before.
おい、お前幽霊も見えるって言ってたよな。少年に憧れを抱いていたんだ。俺も何かを掴みたかった。特別な何かになりたかった。
It was a little selfish, a little greedy.
このざまだ。俺はあれから何も変わっていない。あいつをただ利用してきただけ。結局何にもなれなかった。
Wow.
あいつの
He's reflecting a lot.
一番足を引っ張ってるのは俺だったんじゃないか。
Wow.
あの時ひどいこと言っちまったな。
You really did.
あいつは変わりたいのに囲い込もうとしてしまった。
That was a cool ass animation from the digital screen into the camera that's looking at Reagan. He's talking directly to Mob.
先ほどの沈黙には何の意味が？意味がわかりません。答えてください。自信です。動力、凄まじいパワーだ。
レーゲンさんじゃなさそうだな。これはただごとじゃない。兄さん、兄さん、
兄さん。
あなたはなぜ落ち着いていられるのですか？まさかあなたの仕業ですか？
何が起きてるんでしょうかね。
早く止めてください。これは一体
I actually wonder what's going on now.
の追求は終わりですか？
Damn, that could have ended bad. Was that the end? That had to have been Mob, right? Yeah, he was watching.
お前知ってる？
何をですか？
俺の正体。
What I really am.
言ったよ。最初から。僕の師匠の正体は。いいやつだ。
Looking out for that little kid, man. That fills my heart up with some emotions, and I know it fills Reagan's up with some emotions as well, man. He's a genuinely good guy. After all the bullshit you've done, all the bullshit you've gone through, man. Let's have some ramen at home.
そういえば、師匠、誕生日おめでとうございました。
Happy birthday, Reagan. Yeah. I can't watch this. Oh, even though I'm just about to watch this in a second. Man, Mob is such a... Oh, he's such a dope person. He's such a dope individual. So, I'll be honest, it's been a while since I've seen the first season. And I definitely remember that scene of Mob and Reagan talking and how he seemed like and how Reagan just kind of brushed him off like, oh, it's just kind of fake until he showed him the powers. And it seemed like he was just straight bullshitting the whole time. But now we saw it from Reagan's mind and his perspective, and he did think it was bullshit at first, but then he saw it genuinely concerned his kid, so I'm going to say something to make him feel better due to how I felt as a kid and relating to him, and that's what Mob saw. Mob didn't believe him the whole time. The entire first season, the entire show. Sorry if I bust into tears again, guys. That literally filled my heart with joy. The entire show, we've all thought, oh, is Mob just socially inept? Is he just not gonna ever pick up on this? Is he just? I mean, a small percentage of us thought he was buying into it, and he knew the whole time. But yeah, he knew he had no psychic powers. He's the psychic lord himself. He could obviously tell. But man, he knew his master And he knew his master was a good guy, man. That was awesome. But what Reagan said when Mob showed up was exactly what Mob needed. Reagan, even though Reagan has been fucking up lately, he genuinely put Mob on a good path. We don't know where Mob would be without Reagan. Reagan genuinely is a caring, good guy. Like when he said, these psychic powers are to you just like what body odor is to somebody else. Just be kind, be charming. You know, that the charm is your kindness. Be empathetic, be compassionate to people. Man. The world really tried to fuck with Reagan this episode, but they got their just desserts. And man, that whole Mob's evolution and Reagan's self-reflectingness in this episode, you know, how much he's been using Mob and how much he recognizes himself in Mob and how he's stopping himself or Mob from being able to evolve or change, which he knows he wants to do. Man, it's so deep it's so deep, and I'm gonna say this, and I don't want this to sound rude or mean at all, but it's so deep for a show that if you're not paying attention too well, might not be that deep. Like from the base level, this seems like a cool show about a kid with psychic powers and his con artist master. You know, that concept in and of itself could be so playful and not emotionally changing and deep and serious and the feels and all that, but it's crazy how deep the show is and how much, if you pay attention, how much these characters have evolved since in only like 20 episodes. Like, it's fucking ridiculous, man. I love this goddamn show. I love these characters. Mob and Reagan are the best duo, the best boys out there. Dimple, you know, is a little sidekick. But it's incredible. And I wouldn't have expected this from One. I think that's his name, the guy, or Zero. It's either One or Zero. I don't know why, I'm just assuming numbers in my head. The guy who made this, created the story of this in One Punch Man. Man, it's incredible. It blows my mind. Same thing with One Punch Man. Like, it's on the surface just a funny comedy about a guy who's OP, but it gets so deep and talks to a lot about societal. This episode in particular, especially with how much we had social media play a part in this particular episode, both this and One Punch Man talk about society and the way we look at certain things and the whole mob mentality and stuff, and it does that to a T. Like the way these guys were so on board with calling him a psychic, calling him a scam artist, stuff like that, until even the slightest bit that he, oh, please stop. Like it's just actually crazy. Blows my mind. The quality, animation's top notch, incredible, voice actors, everything. Mob Psycho, you know it gets an A from me, guys. This episode, I gotta watch the next episode. I actually gotta watch The Made in Abyss. I'm sorry. If there's any questions you guys wanted to ask me about this particular episode or about Mob Psycho in general or anything, make sure you guys ask them down below. Not in the comments, in the Discord and the show Q&A, guys. I will definitely be responding to those. It's gonna be a good time though. I appreciate you, Dapper Squad. Peace out, you guys.